Hey, I got a new machine right here. The Legend. I'm going to be testing this out today. I'll put it up against the Equinox 800. Hey, well, welcome to Go Fever Adventures. I'm Jack Tucker. I'm out here in an old homestead area. I'm going to walk you around here. I'm going to show you this area right here. I was out here last year detecting it, me and another guy out here, and we found a lot of cool stuff. I think it may have been like part of an old city or something like that. We are right here along the old railroad tracks, and this is the old historical part of this town, I do believe. And I'm going to show you this here little homestead or whatever this might have been, and we'll just see what we can find. But I'm going to be using this Legend machine today. I just got it. We'll put it together. I already just put it together, but we'll kind of go through that. Maybe have to test it up against the old Equinox. This is the 800. They look a lot alike. It'd be hard almost to tell them apart. I got the same corals on them. But I've got this all put together, and we'll just go play with this machine. We'll see how it is, and I'll give you my honest evaluation on it of what I think about it. But anyways, hey, thanks for coming along, guys, and sharing on these adventures. All right, I've already got this detector put together, but I just kind of wanted to show you what all came with this one here. You know, of course, you got your manual, which is right there. But they do give you some cool stuff. You get, looks like 2 hats. That's the charging thing there. You get the pinpointer, more charging cables. You get a cool knife. These are your headphones, wireless headphones. That's a thing for your pinpointer. That's kind of cool. Pouch. A little thing to put all your digging materials in, I guess. Little thing to carry that around. You got another pouch for your pinpointer if you want to. And you got, of course, it comes with 2 corals. Look at that. Comes with 2 corals on it. Can't beat that. But anyways, I had a hard time kind of get this thing charged, figuring that out in the beginning, but I finally got everything figured out and charged up. When I unboxed this and put this together to charge it up, I kind of had a hard time kind of figuring out how to get the battery charged. That was kind of confusing to me, but I got it figured out. So everything's charged up, and now we'll go out and we'll test this here out, and we'll see what it does. Let's see what it does. It's about the same weight as the 800, but let's go do this and see what happens. Okay, turn it on. Tells you Legend. LD, I'm assuming that's what the LD stands for there. And it comes up just like that. So you've got your modes. That's your park and your field, your beach, your prospecting mode. It's got a depth finder, pinpointer. There's your sensitivity. So I'm in field right here. Battery. And then you can adjust all your settings right there. Put it wherever you want to, but I'm going to put it on the field. And let's just go swing this, see what happens, just like that. There's a piece of wire right there. Look at that. Doesn't even go off on that wire. Doesn't even go off on 2 pieces of wire right there. Doesn't even go off on the wire. There's a bigger piece of something right there, but it's going off on that. It's giving it 20, 21. And what this is looks like a piece of a tin can, maybe, is what that is. More wire right there. It's not going off on the wire. And there's 32, 33, 31, 34, bounces up to 32. Okay, let's dig that up. The ground is wet because it been raining here these last few days. Okay, 32, 33, it's out of the hole, whatever it is. And it's in the scoop. I hit the mother lode. Looks like they're off of bootstraps. Looks like an eyelet too. All right there together. It must have been a boot that fell apart or something right there, maybe. Well, let's walk around here. Let me show you this area right here. This place isn't on Google, or I mean, it's on Google Earth, but it's not on your topo maps, where sometimes you see buildings on a topo map. So I'm going to assume it was never a building. And what we think it is, you can see all the scrape marks and dig marks from where we've been up here before detecting. But what we surmised this was tents. And so in each one of these squares, they had a tent. And we found, in some of these, we found big stakes where they've pounded them into the ground. But that's what we surmised it was each one of these was a tent. Back to back. Whether this was some type of a little store-like area, or a lot of people lived here. We were assuming it was some type of a store-like situation, since a lot of the things we've been finding was like shoe tacks and, you know, like repairs. And we found some buttons, but there's just a lot of this type of stuff around like that. And you see these old cans? You can tell that's been opened. But that's the old solder lids. And those were late 1800s, early 1900s. The old solders. They had to open it to get the juice out, so you know it was some type of a juice can. But these are all up and down through here. This is ringing up a solid 28, and it's just a little washer. And you look around, look at the hills there, they're kind of brown, and then all of a sudden right there going up that hill, nothing but green going up that hill. That's kind of strange. That hill's all green, the rest of them all around is brown. There's an older building right there we're going to go check out. One here is ringing up a 28, 29, 29. And then you can look at the screen. See, there's iron and there's something else. So you know it's not magnetic. 28, not magnetic. Let's retrieve that. Well, looks like an eye grommet, maybe. Off a shoe again. I'm in the shoe area, I think. Yeah, I'm definitely in the shoe area. There's 31, 32. Let's see. It's ringing up again. 31, 32. 31. It's having a hard time locking in on any target, so kind of comes and goes. So that tells me it's probably just a piece of junk, or maybe a little hot rock or something. But move on. You just see like where they just had rolls at, something was there. There's that cross in the tree right there too. Maybe they had a little church right here too. Then you can see where the railroad tracks are right there. You know, I was thinking this area had a lot of trash in it, so I put the little coral on it, but I probably would have been better off putting the bigger one on it. Guess I'll serve for another day. I'd cover more ground and get a little more depth. I don't think the depth is what I'm needing around here, but I could use the covering the more ground. Well, let's go look at this older building over here. Looks like somebody's metal detected around here before. I'm gonna surmise this was in two halves. Looks like this may have been one part and then another part. So you can see the two different colors of rocks, two different types in here. When you walk in these places, you always gotta look for critters. You never know what's in here. Yeah, see, this part was done with soft cement, metal. They had probably wood up through here. This would have been a window. People picked up part of these shards-like stuff and put them all over the place. Made fires in here, put wire on there to help secure this up. Quite the little house here. This is concrete ground. This is probably where a bed was at right here, where it was nice and level. Nice fireplace. Wonder what they hid inside there, huh? It's metal. Be hard to detect. This is the back side of this here. This may have been where the kitchen may have been. Little kitchen table maybe right here. That or a bedroom on the back side. So you got the heat. It's possible too. A lot of doors. Probably a grill area right here. Have a nice grill set up right inside there, right in there. Shelves maybe. Pathways. Someplace there should be a dump. Tin cans. Let's see if we can find that. Maybe the washes. There's some old lumber and stuff. What's that right there? Yeah, there you go. There's piles of tin right there, garbage. Look at all the lids and stuff. Oh yeah, here it is, all right there. Rats have made nesting down in there. Piles of all lids. Look at all those lids, man. There's a lot of lids in there that they opened up. Lots of lids. I'd like to rake that over and get in the middle of that, but no, that's a rat's nest down in there. Might find some cool bottles or something down in there. But a lot of tin cans. Look at all them cans. Whole bunch of them. They all got washed down. There's a whole bunch more right down there. There's all the tin cans. Tin cans galore. They were here for a while. There's a bunch more cans too. More bottles and more cans. All over here. They didn't have trash pickup. Nobody came by to pick up the trash, so they just had to throw it outside. It's a cool little building, though. I think it was done in two parts. You see where they've added onto it. With one was cement, and the other one was made out of rock. And then they extended it. And it probably had a lot of wood and tin up above it. But you know, a lot of times during them Depression years and that, when they moved on, they would take the tin and the lumber with them. They needed it. Cool little building. You know, I'd almost surmise that this is probably maybe, I'd say probably maybe after the war. Probably in the 50s or 60s is probably when this building came to be. You want down that road right there? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little mine right there. You see the sign on the fence saying danger. There's a little mine right there. Well, maybe they were staying here while they were mining there. Or, I don't know, something else was going on. All these tents and stuff was right here. They're all right there and on the other side too. So maybe that was the big boss house and these were all the workers or something like that. Don't know. But if you go up this hill, up that draw right there, there is a big mining operation up there. So maybe this was, you know, where they come down into town or something. There's the dirt road and the railroad right there. This was maybe all part of all the town once upon a time, all of this through here. If we could only look back on history and see what was going on back in those days. There's a 22 shell on the ground right there. Ringing up an 18. But now look at right here. This is iron and this is non-iron. And mostly right there, see, all to non-iron. I kind of like that feature. I like that feature. There's a hunk of tin foil right there, aluminum foil. Bringing up 1920. It's all in the non-ferrous area, non-magnetic. Cool. Well, you know what? Let's just do some testing of these two machines right here. While I'm here, why not? There's a 50-cent piece. There's a quarter. There's a token. There's a silver quarter. Let's put the silver quarter behind that quarter. There's a penny, a dime, a nickel, and I guess it's not a gold dollar, but our quarter, but it's one of them gold colored quarters. I just want to see if that'll ring up any difference. Okay, let's run the machines over these. All right, here is that token. Doesn't even go off. The token doesn't even go off. Quarter, it's ringing up. Oh, that's a nickel. Nickel, but see, it's all in the non-ferrous mode. 27, the dime. 46, same thing, it's all in the same ferrous mode. That penny. $42, $43, kind of all non-ferrous. That 50-cent piece. Solid 53. And the non-ferrous. There's a piece of wire. Doesn't even go off on the wire. That silver quarter. Kind of 50. Regular quarter. Kind of same thing. That gold quarter. Same thing. So it picks everything up except that token. So if I were to switch that over into, say, park mode, it still doesn't pick up that, doesn't like that token. Whatever that's made out of, it doesn't like. Oh, you get different tones now in park mode. That nickel is a 26. The dime is like 46. The penny is 42 maybe. 50-cent piece, 53. Silver quarter, 50. Regular quarter, same. Gold quarter. Okay, that's all of them. Let me get out the other machine. The Equinox, I'm going to put that in the same thing in field. Okay. Let's go over the same things here. Where'd that wire go? Let's start with that wire. Okay, it didn't pick it up either. Okay, quarter. Or that nickel. It's a 13. The dime. 25. That token. Doesn't pick up that token either. Penny. 2021. 50-cent piece. Silver quarter. 31. Regular quarter. 30. Gold color quarter. 29. So about the same. Kind of maybe do a little depth test here. Dig a little hold down. That's down 4 inches maybe. I want to drop that penny right there, okay? I'll put a flat. Okay, cover that back up. Okay, running the Equinox over it. It's picking it up, but it's picking it up as a 31, 32. Okay, now with the legend, it's picking it up too. Up there, 55, 54. And I'm trying to retrieve that penny. And we'll need a detector, I guess, to retrieve it, huh? To retrieve it. Okay, it told me it was right there. All right, now let's dig that deep down, probably about 10 inches. And let's put this one on its straight up and down, okay? It's about at least good 10 inches down on edge. Okay, the legend. It acts like it kind of wants to, maybe. But nothing. Kind of, every now and then, you kind of hear something where it kind of wants to. Like it's picking something up. Okay. No, that's not picking that up either. Kind of acts like maybe it wants to. But no. It's not picking it up either. Well, I tell you what, I think both machines are pretty compatible. They both, did the depth test. The Equinox I've had for a few years now, so I've pretty well got it, figured out and dialed in. And well, the legend I basically just turned on and go, so I didn't fine tune that or sensitivity turned up or anything to try to improve it a little bit. But just out of the box to set up and go, I thought it did pretty good. What I think I like on this machine, the legend, a little bit better than the Equinox is I like that that iron mode that told me if it was iron or non-iron. That was kind of nifty. But the numbering systems are probably a little different, so you got to get used to the numbering systems. They both feel pretty well. The legend feels like it's a little more solid machine, maybe. It might be just a tad heavier, a little more solid. I like it folds up and goes, the shaft, that's kind of cool. You can just fold this shaft up and slide this up. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So you can put it in your backpack and take off. So that's kind of cool. So I think I might get used to this machine. This might turn out to be a pretty good machine. All in all, I think they're very well the same. Same size squirrel, same size, pretty well everything. I think it's a little cheaper, I believe, too, than the Equinox 2. But that's it. That's the legend. I think I'll just leave that penny there. Somebody else will find it years from now, I guess. But I'll just leave it. Well, that's it for that test. Just want to do a little quick test. Just want to use that detector. I did find one thing I like to do. That's about with everything I get. I like to kind of look over the manual, and then I like to use the machine, play with it. Then I like to go back over the manual again. Then I can better understand kind of what the manual's saying, and then go back and do some fine tuning and kind of go back and forth until you get used to that machine. But that machine, like any machine, it's got a learning curve. You've got to learn the machine. Any metal detector will probably do you good if you learn it. But anyways, I'm off to another adventure. So, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking this out. So, till our paths cross again, you guys all be safe out there and have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, guys.
got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. When my friends come down and enjoy hanging out, and the kids are knee deep in the sand by the creek. Yeah, we're chasing the dog, let's put another log on the fire. There's times like these that make it all worth the